Hello. Don't got anybody here yet, but welcome to another episode of our live stream, My Journey to the Trinity. Let's see if I can get that up a little bit so you guys can see it. Yeah. I still want to have that He is risen there. Yes. So today I wanted to look at, dude, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. It's hard to keep up with everything that's going on right now, especially in the world of Christian apologetics, dealing with Islam. You got this guy who thinks he's the Mahdi. You got the Muhammad hijab and Aisha situation. You've got you've got these guys in Australia. You've got this guy in America. Um, there's just so much going on right now, and it's hard to keep up with it. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to do something that's kind of unrelated to all this stuff right now and talk about, um, the Allah praise and just look at, what some Arabic sheikhs say about it. Because, um, if we look at the verses, there's three verses where it talks about Allah praying. Let's just look at those verses. The most famous one is Quran 33:43. And if we look at it, it is he is the one who showers blessings upon you, and his angels pray for you, so that he may bring you out of darkness. Okay, Allah huwa alladhi yusalli alaykum. He is the one who prays upon you. It doesn't say showers blessing upon you. It says nothing about that. Showers in Arabic, yumattar. Barakatu, his blessings is barakatu. It doesn't say nothing about barakatu or yumattar wala yishti upon you.
وملائكته
And his angels. and I kind of want to see this in Islam Awakened. Let's look how they handle this. 33:43. Oops. Okay, 33:43. Let's look at 33:43 just because I want to see the different ways that they translate this, because it's very obvious they understand that there's a problem here. 33:43. Let's look at the different ways they translate this. Okay, let's start actually down here. He it is who bestows his blessings. Okay, the Arabic word is he prays with his angels echoing him. That's Muhammad As'ad. Pikthal. He it is who blesseth you. Okay, that's not what it says. It says yusalli, not yubarik. If it was blessings, it would be yubarik. And here he blesses, he who sends blessings on you. He doesn't, he who showers blessings on you. He who remembers you, yabaye, remembers you, zakrak. He remembers you. Yufakkir feek, he's thinking about you. Yuzakkir, yuthkarak. He reminds you, he remembers you. He it is who sends blessings. Yirsil barakat. Oops. Yirsil barakat. He sends blessings. He gives blessings. Yati barakat, if it was Arabic. But the Arabic word is yusalli, to pray. He who accepts prayers from you. No. Yukbal salawat minnak would be accepts prayers from you. But that's not what it says. It says yusalli. He's doing the praying, sends blessings on you, who blesses you, yubarkak, who reaches out to you, yusilak, yuwaslak, yimted ilak. That's absolutely nothing. You see, none of them are honest. It is he who reaches out to you. It is he who these guys left it Arabic. You know what? Kamal Omar, he is the most honest of the. Of course, you're not going to know what it's talking about. You're not going to know what he's talking about because yusalli alaykum. He leaves it. He just transliterates it into Arabic. Yusalli alaykum. This is the only one who's been honest, you guys. Everybody else is twisting and turning and doing everything. He's at least honest, but you're not going to know what he's talking about unless you know Arabic because he leaves it Arabic. It's like, when Sheikh Uthman, he wants to impress people, so he says a word in Arabic or two words in Arabic. And Muhammad Hijab does the same thing, even though he does speak Arabic, unlike Sheikh Uthman. It is who sends blessings. He is the one who responds to your prayer. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's praying. He who forgives you, forgives yusamhak, yighfir lak. No way is it to pray. Look at all the different, you know what, you guys, this is worth writing down. Just the different meanings or the different ways they translate pray. One is he blesses. One is reaches out. One is responds to. One is forgives. One is bestows blessings. One is showers blessing. One is he is such and such that he and his angels send blessings. Bestows blessings, sends blessings, confers blessing, connects upon you. Yopaye connects upon you. Blesses you, sendeth his benediction, sends blessings, calls down blessings, calls down blessing. Because they don't want to admit that it says he prays. In return for your remembrance of him, bestows his special blessing, who blesses, sends blessings, sends blessings, sends blessings. He blesses, makes contact, makes contact. He who blesses you, sends blessings, who helps, has mercy, compliments, showers blessing, sends blessing, supports you. Yopaye. All of this, but they won't say the reality. They won't translate it correctly. Sends salat. Mahsin Khan sends salat. And then, but they translate salat as his blessings, which is, sends salat. It's still not right, but who blesses, gracious. He's gracious. Oh, my goodness. Henry Palmer. Wow, you guys. Henry Palmer did it right. Dang. Now, I know this Sam Shamoun likes Henry Palmer. I believe this is the one that he always. Dude, this is correct. He it is who prays for you. That's right. Oh my goodness. Wow. There's actually someone who got it right. Wow. Henry Palmer. Edward Henry Palmer. Dang. Wow. He blesseth you. Okay. So Henry Palmer got it right, you guys. 1 out of 50 got it right. Who reaches out to you. reaches out reaches out to you, sends blessings, blesses, accepts prayer. It's not what it says. Henry Palmer got it right. Blesses you, bestows blessing, reflects upon you. Reflects upon you, your boy. Reflects upon. Sends blessing, extends to you mercy, showers mercy. Yo boy, now it's mercy he's sending. Who pray? Oh, the wise Quran. The wise Quran has it right too, you guys. It says he is the one who prays for you. Wow. So we got 2 that say it right. The wise Quran, should write that down. Wise Quran and Palmer. Both of those have it correctly. Sends blessings. This is just transliteration. Wow, so there was actually 2 that said it correctly. But the rest of them, look at all the different ways they translate it to avoid saying what it really says, which is that he prays for you. They say he blesses, he reaches out, he responds to, he forgives, he bestows blessing, showers blessing, connects upon you, calls down blessing, makes contact with you, helps, compliments, supports, sends salawat, sends prayers, is gracious, blesses, accepts prayer, reflects upon, has mercy, all of that because they don't want to say he prays. But there are 2 that did say it, so I got to give them credit. Palmer and the wise Quran. Both of those actually said it correctly. Surprise, surprise. Very so yes, not golden showers, Tiger. Thank you for clarifying that. Not golden showers. So yeah, so anyway, I wanted to okay, there's one other. Let me just look real quickly. There's also 3353. Okay, I believe it's 53, is it? 3356. Okay, 3356. Verily, Allah and his angels bless, okay? Shower serenity, bless, okay? Okay. The word bless, shower blessing, send blessing, bless, bestow blessings, bless, give blessings, accept prayers, invoke blessings. Now, invoke blessing is kind of getting close, you know. Yusalluna ala nabi. Okay, now Kamal Omar, he just transliterates the part that send. Okay, but he translates it incorrectly. Okay, sends blessing, shower. You know what? They just got to change the Arabic language. They just got to change the Arabic language because the Quran very clearly says that Allah praise. And so, I just want to look at some Arabic sheikhs. Let's just see what the Arabic sheikhs say about this. And you know what? I just tell you right now, I bet you anything I know what they're going to say, which is that prayer doesn't mean prayer. It means something else. But let's see what they say. Okay.
والله في نفس اللحظة التي يصلي فيها ربي علي أنا أشعر بالحياء من الله تعالى. من أنا
He's saying, when Allah prays on me, I feel life.
حتى يصلي علي فاطر السماوات والأرض. من أنا حتى يمدحني في السماء ربي سبحانه.
Who am I that Allah should compliment me?
والله أنا الآن ربما لا يمدحني أحد في الأرض أمام الناس، فكيف إذا كان الله يثني علي؟
Nobody compliments me on earth. What is it if Allah is complimenting me?
أخر ملائكته لتدعو لي. هذا والله يجعل الإنسان يستحي من ربه. وهذا الشعور، شعور الحياء، عبادة من العبادات تؤجر عليها، فزد من حسناتك. ربي يصلي عليك وأنت تتعبده بالحياء منه. الحمد لله.
Your Lord prays upon you.
لا. ثانيا، من حسن تعاملك مع الله إذا صلى عليك أن تقابل الإحسان بالإحسان، فأنت أيضا تثني على الله تعالى كما أثنى هو عليك، فامدحه. قل سبحان الله، الحمد لله، لا إله إلا الله.
Now this guy,
هذا كل
this guy is actually saying that Allah prays upon. Well, you know what? He's actually correct, because there's one of the verses that say Allah's prayers is upon you. Allah prays upon you. So he's saying, wow, Allah's praying on you. And so let's see this guy here. It's not just upon Muhammad, but upon the Muslims that Allah's praying on, which still begs the question, who's Allah praying to? Who's Allah praying to? Okay.
زي انتم بتقولوا كمسلمين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد.
And he's saying, some people are asked, what does it mean when we say that Allah prays on Muhammad?
مش عارف الفرق بين الصلاة لفلان والصلاة على فلان.
He's saying there's a difference between praying to somebody and praying on somebody.
احنا بنصلي الصلاة العادية لربنا سبحانه وتعالى، بنركع فيها وبنسجد. وبنصلي صلاة الجنازة اسمها صلاة على الجنازة، يعني على الميت أو المتوفى.
So he says you pray to Allah when you pray regularly, and then when somebody dies, you pray upon that dead person. And so, well, how is that praying upon Muhammad? I mean, what does it mean to pray upon somebody? You're still praying to somebody, for somebody. You're praying to Allah upon this person. So you still have the problem that Allah is praying upon, but he has to pray to somebody in order to pray upon somebody. If he's praying upon Muhammad or upon the Muslims, he still has to pray to somebody for those people. And so this is where this guy's going to go off.
إذن إحنا المسلمين بنصلي على النبي محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام، وإحنا والنبي بنصلي لربنا سبحانه وتعالى. تجد الصلاة في القرآن الكريم على كثير من عباد الله الصالحين. يعني تجد مثلا إن ربنا سبحانه وتعالى بعدما ذكر الأنبياء في القرآن الكريم قال عز وجل أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة. والنبي محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام في السنة دعا لرجل اسمه ابن أبي أوفى فقال اللهم صل على ابن أبي أوفى. إذن إيه هو معنى الصلاة؟ كلمة الصلاة في اللغة معناها معنى الدعاء. لما أقول صلى فلان في اللغة العربية يعني دعا فلان. أصدقائنا المسيحيين بيروحوا الكنيسة بيقول له صلي لي يا ابونا، يعني ادعي لي يا ابونا. وفي القرآن الكريم قال سبحانه وتعالى ولا تجهر بصلاتك ولا تخافت بها وابتغي بين ذلك سبيلا، يعني لا تجهر بدعائك، لا ترفع صوتك بالدعاء، وفي نفس الوقت لا تخفت صوتك بالدعاء. إذن إيه معنى الصلاة لما تكون من ربنا سبحانه وتعالى؟ الصلاة لما تكون من ربنا سبحانه وتعالى ذكر بعض العلماء إنها بمعنى الرحمة.
Okay, this is where he goes off the rails. And this is, what he's doing here is he says, what does it mean when it says that the Lord, their Lord, prays upon them? And he says that means he has mercy on them. It means that Allah has mercy on them. So he changed the word prayer to mercy. He just changed the word prayer to mercy. And it's a problem, so they're going to have to come up with something. So here's Sha'rawi, one of the most famous Arabic preachers.
Our Muslim brothers and sisters.
Okay. Doesn't that look like it was AI? Okay.
من الله لها معنى ومن الملائكة لها معنى ومن من المؤمنين المأمورين بها لها معنى ومن الذي ندعوه الله أن يعطيك كذا. يبقى أنت نسبت العطاء لمين؟ وأنت بس قلت أنا أدعو. أنت طب لو كان الله هو الذي يعطي تبقى المسألة منه لازمة ولا مش لازمة؟ يبقى مش دعاء بقى. إيه عليه أنه قرن في التشهد اسمه باسمه ولذلك يقول ورفعنا لك إيه.
You know what? It's so hard to hear because it keeps cutting out. It's so old. So let's listen to this guy here. This guy's pretty famous too.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. حياكم الله وبياكم وأهلا يصلون على النبي.
He's saying now people say, what does it mean that you're praying upon Muhammad?
يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
When it says surrender to him, complete surrender, when it says pray upon him, what does that mean?
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد. ملائكته يصلون على النبي وملائكته يصلون على النبي.
Here he said Allah and his angels prayed upon the prophet.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا
Oh,
عليه
you who believe, pray
وسلموا
upon him.
تسليما. كيف تكون الصلاة من الله؟
He's saying, what does it mean that Allah is praying?
كيف تكون الصلاة من الملائكة؟
How is it? What is the prayer from the angels?
كيف تكون الصلاة من الناس؟ ما معنى؟
How is the prayer from people?
الصلاة من الله، الصلاة من الملائكة، الصلاة من الناس. أما الصلاة من الله فأهل العلم على قولين مشهورين.
It says the scholars say that when Allah is praying, it means one of two things.
الأول أن الصلاة من الله على النبي هي رحمته.
That means it's his mercy. So again, what they're saying is they're changing the meaning of the word. It's like they're stuck. They're stuck. And so all they can do, like with so many other situations, like the word metawafika, with udrubuhunna, with so many words in the Quran, all they can do is say that the words don't mean what they mean. And so they have to change the meaning of the word. They have to say, in the rich Arabic language, words have 1,000 meanings. And so the problem they have with this verse is that it says Allah and his angels are doing the same thing. It says Allah and his angels are praying upon Muhammad. So Allah's doing the same thing the angels are doing because it has one verb. In this particular verse, 33:56, there's two subjects, Allah and the angels, but one verb, pray. So whatever Allah's doing, the angels are doing. So Allah's doing whatever the angels are doing. The angels are doing whatever Allah's doing because there's the one verb. And you see what this guy's doing is he's saying that when you apply this word pray to the angels, it means one thing. But when it applies to people, it means one thing. When you apply it to Allah, it means something else. Well, it's it's like it's the one verb. It's the same verb. 2 subjects, 1 verb. And the verb is pray. Allah and his angels are praying. And so what this guy's doing, he says when it means with Allah it means one thing, with the angel it means one thing, with people it means another. You can't do that because it's the same verb. Allah and the angels are doing the same thing. Okay.
لا. والمعنى الثاني أن الصلاة من الله على نبيه محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم هي الثناء عليه، أن يثني عليه. وأما صلاة الملائكة وصلاة الناس فهي الدعاء له.
Okay, and he's saying, but prayer from the angels and from the people, that is intercession for Muhammad. So and that's exactly what he's doing here, man. And he's doing it, but you know what? It's the same verb. And this verse, especially 33:56, it says, Allah and his angels pray upon Muhammad. This one is a bigger problem than the other ones, because here it's 1 verb for 2 subjects. 2 subjects, Allah and the angels pray. So you're going to say that pray means one thing for Allah and a different thing for the angels. Well, it's the 1 verb. And so you're splitting this word, saying that in this context it means here, and this context it means this. But it's being used just 1 time. And so you really can't do that. You really can't do that, because it says Allah and the angels are doing the same thing. And then it says, and you believers, you pray upon him too. And it's still the same word. It's still the same word. But if he wanted to say there it meant something different, maybe you could, because it's a verb specifically for the believers. You believers pray. But here it's 2 subjects, 1 verb. And so what I think what this guy is saying is absolute nonsense, and it doesn't work.
في أن ينال هذه الدرجة عند الله تبارك وتعالى هي أن يصلي الله عليه. فنحن عندما نقول صلى الله عليه وسلم، وكذا الملائكة عندما تصلي على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
He's saying what a high exalted position you get into, that Allah and the angels are praying upon you. It really is every time. And it's like, in English, when Muslims say Muhammad, they say peace be upon him. But that's not what they say in Arabic. That's not what they say in Arabic. In Arabic, they say sallallahu alayhi wasallam, which means Allah prays upon him. Every time they say Muhammad's name, they say sallallahu, Allah prays upon him. Every time. To exalt Muhammad. Okay? And it's they're stuck with this. And so the best that they could do is to say that salli does not mean salli, that pray does not mean pray. Okay? Because there's just it doesn't make sense otherwise. Who's Allah praying to? Who's Allah praying to? And so they have to come up with these crazy explanations. Let's see what this guy says.
This is what Ivy League University.
محمد. فماذا نقصد؟ ماذا نسأل الله تعالى؟ هو دعاء بلا شك. لما نقول اللهم فنحن ندعو الله جل في علاه. فماذا نسأله للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم؟ اللهم صل على محمد. من العلماء من يقول إن قولك اللهم صل على محمد، قول الإنسان اللهم صل على محمد، ويسأل الله لرسوله الرحمة. فقالوا
Okay, he's here. He's doing the same thing. He's saying that when it says Allah prays, he's is asking for mercy upon him.
الصلاة بمعنى الرحمة.
And prayer means mercy. See, they have to change it. They have to change it because they're stuck with this big nuclear problem.
قالوا الصلاة بمعنى المغفرة. وقالوا
So now he's saying, and prayer means forgiveness. So it means have mercy. It means forgiveness now.
الصلاة بمعنى الثناء على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Thana Ali is caring for him. You know that Allah is caring for him.
في الملأ الأعلى. فإذا قلت اللهم صل على محمد تقول يا الله أثني على نبيك محمد في الملأ الأعلى، كما جاء ذلك عن أبي العالية فيما رواه البخاري رحمه الله في صحيح، حيث قال الصلاة عليه ثناؤه عليه في الملأ الأعلى.
Okay, so it's just saying his blessings be upon him. I mean, it's come up with 3 different definitions: to be blessings, to be forgiveness, to be mercy. But they're not going to say that it means what the word clearly says, which is that Allah prays upon Muhammad.
هذه المعاني التي ذكرها أهل العلم في معنى الصلاة، وأنت إذا تأملت وجدت أن مجموع هذه المعاني كلها مندرج تحت الصلاة. فإن الصلاة ثناء، والصلاة رحمة، والصلاة سؤال الخير، ولهذا الصلاة أجمع ما يقال في معناها أنها سؤال الله تعالى الخير الكثير للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
He's saying that it's Allah bringing mercy, bringing forgiveness, bringing blessings upon Muhammad.
وهذا يشمل رحمته، ويشمل الثناء عليه، ويشمل نصرة سنته، ويشمل الذب عنه صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم، ويشمل كل خير
and bring all goodness, but they don't want to say they're going to change the meaning of the word prayer. This guy brought prayer to include all these things. He made prayer to include all these things, but it doesn't mean the word prayer.
يؤمله الإنسان في الدنيا وفي الآخرة، وهذا أوسع المعاني. وكلما كان المعنى واسعا وشاملا للمعاني الأخرى فإنه ينبغي أن يصار إليه، وألا يقتصر على جزء معنى اللفظ، لأن من العلماء من يفسر الشيء ويعرف الشيء بجزء معناه أو بمثاله، وهذا نوع.
You know, he's saying that whenever a word has so many meanings, you have to include all and not make sure that you don't leave anything out. But he's saying all those things, but he's not saying what the word means in reality. He's translating it into all these things because he's trying to avoid saying what it really means. So he's come up with 20 different words that prayer means. Everything but pray. Everything but pray. You know, and they're stuck. They're stuck in a corner. They got no choice but to do this. So let's see what this guy said. Okay, let's see if this guy's going to say it. Allah. Is he going to talk about it, or is he just going to sing it? Okay, it sounds like he's just going to be chanting, not actually talking about it. Keith, you saw. Okay, this guy has a question here.
هذا السائل استفسر عن الآية الكريمة في قوله تبارك وتعالى: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
He's asking, somebody's asking. It says, and he quoted that verse, that Allah and his angels pray upon Muhammad. How much you guys want to bet $5 that he's going to give the same pathetic answer that the other guys did?
صلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. قوله تعالى: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. هذه الآية فيها خبر وأمر.
It has news and a command.
أما الخبر فقوله تعالى: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي.
And so the news is that Allah and His angels are praying upon Muhammad.
يعني محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم. والصلاة من الله ثناؤه على عبده في الملأ الأعلى.
Okay, so I'm going to do something. I want to do something here. They keep using this word thana. I want to make sure that I'm translating it correctly. Thana. Thana'hu. I want to see what the Arabic word thana'hu. Tribute. It's kind of like his tribute to Muhammad. When you say Allah's prayer upon him, it means like his tribute to Muhammad. Okay, so it's like a tribute to Muhammad when Allah is saying that. So Allah is giving a tribute to Muhammad.
والصلاة من الملائكة الاستغفار.
And so, but the prayer from the angels, it means something else. You know, it's like intercession. But from Allah, it's like a tribute to Muhammad. So again, this guy's doing the same thing that other guy did, which is saying that one word, when it's from Allah, it means one thing. When it's from angels, it means another. You know, there's another word that they do the same thing with. It's makr. When it says makr, khair and makr. In fact, the verse, you know, there's the famous verse in the Quran, chapter, I believe it's 354. In Arabic, it says makaru makar Allah wa Allah khair al-makirin. They deceived, and Allah deceived, and Allah's the best of deceivers. But when they translate it into English, they don't say, even though it's the same word, makaru, which speaks about what the people did, makar Allah, Allah did the same thing the people did, the same word, makar. Allah khair, Allah's the best of deceivers. You know, but when it's talking about the people, they say the people deceived. But Allah, when Allah makr was the makr, doing the makr, it means he planned or he plotted. So it's the same word, but when Allah does it, it means something else. It means planning or plotting or, you know, shrewdness, you know. But when people do it, it means deceive. See, so they're stuck with this. They're stuck with this because the Quran uses the same word to describe what Allah does with what people does. It says, you know, they deceived and Allah deceived and Allah is the best of deceivers. Then they use the same word 3 times in that verse. Makaru, makar Allah, Allah khair al-makini. 3 times the word makar is used in that verse. But 2 times it's applied to Allah. Allah's the one doing it. And so when Allah does it, they say it means something different from when the people do it, even though it's the same word. If they're going to be honest, they have to say they deceived and Allah's the best of deceivers. And if that you're honest in your translation, that's what it says. But most of the translations, the Quran, the CNN translation or the New York Times translation, the Barack Obama translation, or the Harvard University translation, or the Princeton University, or Columbia University translation, or the BBC translation, those all are going to say, they deceived, but Allah planned, and Allah's plan prevailed. So this is the exact same thing they're doing here with the word prayer. And you guys, it really is so dishonest. What they're doing is so dishonest because the Arabic word is the same. Allah's doing the same thing that the angels are doing, and it's prayers, And so, no, I haven't looked at Saint Murad's translation, but who wrote the Saint Murad translation? I mean, I've heard of it before, but I'm not. I've seen Robert Spencer's translation. I've seen Usama Dakduk's translation, and those are very good, and those have it honestly, but the rest of these, oh, he's anonymous. Yeah, you know what? I've heard of it. I've heard of Saint Murad. So let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I could find it real quick. I'm just kind of curious now how Saint Murad Quran. Oh. Non-Islamic Quran by Saint Murad. Jeez. Official Saint Murad translation. I'm wondering if I can open it. Oh wow, you got it. Download here. So you can actually download it, okay? I'd like to actually see it. I don't really want to buy it right now. But I'd like to see the Arabic. So thank you for telling me about that. I will look into it. So yeah, they really know but you guys, you see, all of them are doing the same thing. Even the Arabic, they're doing the same thing, which is that they have to actually change the meaning of the word, and because Muhammad has put them in Arabic, we say fi warta, which is like a dilemma. Okay, here, let's see what this guy says. He's got a nice hat.
وقد يسأل سائل وما معنى الصلاة في قوله تعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي ما معنى الصلاة.
He's saying, so what does prayer mean when it says Allah and his angels are praying upon the prophet?
من الله على نبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أهل الإيمان فصلاة الله على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ثناء الله جل وعلا عليه أي على سيدنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في الملأ الأعلى والصلاة من الله.
It means his tribute to Muhammad in the highest.
الله على رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم ثناؤه عليه ومن أهل العلم من قال صلاة الله على رسوله الرحمة.
And it says, and it also means mercy.
رحمته صلى الله عليه وسلم به وبأهل الإيمان معه. تدبروا معه.
Okay, and so he's not going to get.
هل يحاسب الإنسان على كل
so he's not going to give. I mean, okay. Okay, let's see what this guy says.
وقد حكى البخاري في صحيحه عن أبي العالية رحمه الله أنه قال في معنى قوله تعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما قال صلاة الله ثناؤه عليه عند الملائكة وصلاة الملائكة الدعاء.
Okay, exactly like everybody else. That when Allah does it, it means it's a tribute to Muhammad. But when the angels do it, it means they're interceding for him. Okay, so that's, you know what, that's what they got to do, and the people let them get away with it. The people don't say, wait a minute, it's the same word. If it's the same word, you can't just change the meaning. You know, it's one word, same verb. You're not allowed to just change the meaning because you don't know how to explain it. Okay. Here, let's see what this guy says.
تقول لي ممكن تفهمنا ازاي ربنا بيصلي على النبي؟ صلاة الله ليست الصلاة الله أكبر، صلاة الله.
Okay, he's saying that the prayer of Allah is not the same as the prayer of people.
الله ليها معاني العلماء فهموها.
Okay, says the scholars.
من رفعة الشأن والمغفرة والرحمة. فلو
It means مغفرة ورحمة, forgiveness and mercy.
في حق رسول الله الله يرفع شأن رسول الله دوما دوما.
He's always lifting up the issues of Muhammad. You know, before all, he's constantly lifting up Muhammad and lifting up the concern of Muhammad, and so. But every single one of them, same issue. They either have to change the meaning or say it means something different. Now, this is a rabbi, you guys. Now, I have no clue what this is. Is a rabbi? It says, ask the rabbi. I'm just kind of curious now.
Why are women everywhere choosing?
Unfortunately, I need commercials. So, okay.
هل الله عز وجل يصلي؟ نحن عادة نعتبر الصلاة عمل أحادي من الإنسان إلى الخالق.
Okay, this guy's saying, does Allah pray? We consider prayer something that people do to the Creator.
نطلب منه الرحمة.
We ask mercy from Him.
والشفاء نسبح خلال
and praise Him.
صلواتنا. ولكن هناك نصوص في اليهودية وفي الإسلام تشير بأن الله نفسه يصلي.
But there are verses in Judaism and in Islam that show that Allah Himself prays.
فما معنى ذلك؟
What does that mean?
هي صلاة الله وما معنى ذلك لفهمنا للصلاة بشكل عام.
Okay, now just before we even get into this, you guys, you know what this guy's going to do? They're in a corner. And what do Muslims do when they're in a corner? They say, look at the Bible. Look what the Bible says. You know, Muhammad married 6-year-old girl. Well, you know, Isaac married Rebecca when she was 3. You know, baloney. The Bible never says that. But
خليكم معي. آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. ما هي صلاة الله؟ آية أخرى في سورة الأحزاب تفسر لنا مضمون صلاة الله وملائكته. هو الذي.
He's saying there's a verse that says what the contents of Allah's prayers are upon His people and the angels. He showers blessing. هو الذي يصلي عليكم. Says here, He's the one who prays upon you. Wow. You know, it's interesting, you guys. This guy is actually reading the verse in Arabic. هو الذي يصلي عليكم وملائكته, which means He is the one who's praying on top of you, upon you, and His angels. He is the one who prays upon you and His angels. But look at the translation, even on this CC, or I don't know where they translate it, it has their pathetic, incorrect, dishonest translation. He's the one who showers blessing upon you. His angels pray for you. It's absolutely not what it says. It says, Hu alladhi yusalli alaykum. He is the one who prays upon you. Okay, but they translate it wrong.
ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور وكان بالمؤمنين رحيما. إذن حسب سورة الأحزاب صلاة الله هي نوع من أنواع الرحمة.
He's saying, according to this, Allah's prayers are a form of mercy
تجاه المؤمنين. هناك من فسر كلمة صلاة عند الله بشكل مختلف عن معناها عند البشر.
It says you have to use the word prayer differently when it's from Allah compared to when it's about people. even though it's the same word, even though there's two subjects with one verb, you still have to change the meaning. He's telling you right here, exactly. You have to change the meaning when it comes to Allah. And now it's dishonest. It's not what the Quran says, but this is what you have to do. And so
مثلا التابعي أبو العالية صلاة الله على نبيه ثناؤه عليه عند ملائكته.
he says that the prayer of Allah on Muhammad means his tribute to Muhammad.
وصلاة الملائكة عليه الدعاء.
But the prayer of the angels is their prayers or their intercession. Even though it's the same word, two subjects, one verb, and yet that one verb means two different things depending who it's talking about. So this is a huge problem. And we've talked about it so many times, and they're all saying the same thing about it, but it doesn't fix it. It's still a huge problem. And so much so that they're coming up with all of these, mental gymnastics in order to justify the fact that the Quran makes a big blunder here. Okay? There's a big blunder here. And so they, in this content thread, Nadir Ahmed says he will proudly apply Makir as a name for himself. It's so appropriate. It's so appropriate. Islamiyya. Teachings of this Mahdi has been selling. This Mahdi guy, I don't know if you guys watched, but I think God Logic's brother did a big thing about this guy and actually did research on where he came from. Apparently he was I think from Egypt or something originally, and then he went to Germany, and the police came because it was a weird cult. Then he went in Sweden. I mean, this guy's been causing problems all over the place. So I'm sure that he's being watched, but it reminds me of Charles Manson, reminds me of Jim Jones, reminds me of David Koresh, the way the people are just, so glued to him, There's a report of a woman. Oh, yeah. Well, Online Warriors, that his sister, a woman, was raped because of a crime her brother committed. There's actually a thing in Islam that, that if you kill a woman, then a woman has to be killed. Not the person who killed you has to be killed, but a woman has to be killed from the people that killed that first woman. And so it's a very weird justice system. So, but it sounds like that maybe is what happened to her. Yes. And you know what else? It reminds me a little bit of that guy that Wes Huff debated. The guy that Wes Huff debated. It sounds like him, with the weird UFO type of a thing, and but it's a little bit scary, man. It's a little bit, Billy Carson, and it's just a little bit scary that to see people just, you see that one lady who says, I have to give up, because you're supposed to give up your house, sell your house, give your money to him, because he loves money. He's very greedy and he wants lots of money. Wow. Who does that sound like? In the Quran, it's called al-khums. Al-khums means the fifth. Whatever money the Muslims got from their raids and their caravan robbery, Muhammad gets a fifth of it, 20% of it. It's called the khums. And so that's what this sounds like, So yeah, a lot going on, guys. So I hope that this guy, yes, loan Allah a godly loan, a goodly loan. Yes. So anyway, so there's 3 verses. Okay, one of them says Allah and His angels pray upon Muhammad. Another says His prayers. He is the one who prays upon you and His angels. In Arabic, huwa alladhi yusalli. It says He's the one who prays for you. That's 33:43. And then 2:157, it says, they are the ones on whom are the prayers from their Lord. They are the ones on whom are the prayers for their Lord. You know, so Allah has prayers. What are Allah's prayers? They have to change the meaning. They have to change the meaning. Okay, and so just watching all these guys in Arabic, you know, you think, well, let's go back to the original Arabic and let's see if they have an explanation, but they don't. It's all exactly the same thing that the translators do. Even in the Arabic, all they can say is that it means one thing here, it means a different thing here. And people are willing to go with that. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Online warriors. That's exactly right. You know, that when Jesus wrote in the earth when they brought the adulterous woman, and they says, you know, Moses says she's supposed to be stoned. What do you say? She was caught in the act of adultery, meaning there was a man acting upon her. There was a man present if she was caught in the act. Well, where was that man? It just proves that they didn't really care about the word of God. They didn't really care about the holiness of God or the justice of God. They just wanted to set a trap for Jesus, number one, and they were willing to kill the woman. Even though the man who was with her, he might have been one of the men around her. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't one of the men who was trying to stone her. So, wickedness. So, all right. Well, you guys, we actually made it to an hour. I didn't think we were going to make it an hour, but we made it. Let's look, see if there's one more that we can look at. Let's see if there's another one. Let me just see. None of them have. There's one more, and I'm not really wanting to see because it's so long. And I get a feeling it's going to be the same song and dance. هل يجوز أن يصلي عليه غير النبي؟ Special message to Christians around the world. 124,000. The Mahdi has appeared. Christians care about that. Yeah. شرح واضح. Okay, let me see. This guy here has an
At Firestone.
Firestone.
معنا اتصال أبو خالد من جدة، تفضل.
السلام الله عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Okay, so this guy's calling.
عندي 3 أسئلة طال عمرك.
ما شاء الله، تفضل.
السؤال الأول في الحديث إن الله وملائكته يصلون على الصف الأول. السؤال ما معنى الصلاة في هذا الحديث؟
Okay, it says Allah prays and his angels pray. What does that prayer mean in this word?
سم تفضل يا شيخ. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي.
يصلون على الصف
على
الأول.
الصف الأول، نعم.
الذي يعرف يصلون على ميامن الصفوف. يصلون على ميامن الصفوف. لا أدري هل فيه رواية أنهم يصلون على الصف الأول، لكن معنى الصلاة من الله ثناؤه على عبده في الملأ الأعلى.
Okay, he's saying that prayer here means Allah's tribute to Muhammad.
ومعنى الصلاة من الملائكة الدعاء له.
And from the angels, it means their intercession for him. But again, he's doing the exact same thing. And you guys, you know what's interesting? You know what's interesting is that this is such a big deal. This is such a big deal that these people are calling these programs to show that we're not just making up something here, that this is an issue. These are Muslims calling these sheikhs and asking them, you guys, they're saying to these sheikhs, hey, this doesn't make sense. How could it be that Allah is praying? So that this is a very real problem. And the sheikhs are all, they come up with these wacko explanations, which is, just changing the meaning of the word. But the people are reading it and they're saying, wait, this doesn't make sense. How could it be that Allah is praying? What does that mean? So, I'm glad that people call and ask about this in Arabic, because it proves that it really is a problem. It proves it's a problem when people are actually calling the sheikhs to ask about it. And the sheikhs are coming up with these pathetic answers, okay? But they want real answers. So let's see if there's another one. Just, none of them have said anything unique. All of them said the same thing, So I wonder if we could find something in English. Let's see if there's something in English. Okay, let's see what these guys say. The meaning of Allah. Let's see what this guy says. This guy's funny. Okay.
Answer is in the Quran itself in another ayah. هو الذي يصلي عليكم وملائكته ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور. It is Allah who does salah upon you and His angels in order to take you out of darkness into light. So as-salah is not Allahu Akbar. In the salah you say Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest. So how would Allah offer salah to anyone else? But as-salah...
See, he said, how can Allah offer prayer to anyone else? But that's what the word says.
From Allah, as-salah is an ambiguous word, which means...
Okay, so salah is an ambiguous word now. See, even the word salah has to become ambiguous, because so...
Dua, which means supplication, which means blessings, which means the physical activities beginning with takbir and ending with taslim, has multiple meanings.
Multiple meanings.
From Allah, as-salah, mercy and blessings.
Mercy and blessings. See? I mean, Muhammad put them in this warta, and so they have no choice. Let's see what this guy said. Now, this guy's a Christian. This guy's a Christian. He's pretty good. So
we worship Allah, but we worship Allah according what Muhammad showed us how to worship Allah. But
okay, all right. We accept what you say, and we agree with you that this is the official line of Islam. Muslims do not worship Muhammad; they worship Allah. Brother David is making an argument that, yes, that's what you say, but in practice, you actually do worship Muhammad. But here's my question for you, sir. My question, what does it mean, as Brother David pointed out, Yasalla Allah alayhi wa sallam? What does that mean? Allah prays upon the Prophet. What does it mean? Allah prays. Does Allah pray? And if Allah prays, who is he praying to?
No, it doesn't mean that Allah prays to Muhammad.
No, it says, Yasalla Allah alayhu. Yasalla means he prays. That's the third person, masculine singular. Yasalla Allahu. Okay, Allah. Yasalla Allah alayhu. Allah, he prays upon him. What does that mean?
No, you have to understand the meaning of the Arabic language.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand Yasalla. Yasalla means he prays. I understand Allah. Allah means Allah. And I understand alayhu. Alayhu means upon him. So what does it mean?
Very good. Very good, man. I like that guy. So let's see if anybody else says. Now we got the David Wood thing. Okay. Shower's blessing. That's not what it means. How Allah's angels pray for the Prophet. Okay, this is the Christian Prince. Okay, let's see. Sorry, guys. I don't want to just listen to this witchcraft. What's this?
All right. Does anybody want to tell me why do we do salawat? Do you remember? Hamza, go ahead. Why do you think we do salawat?
Because Allah told us to do so.
Yes, very good. Give me a big hand for Hamza, please.
Yes, Allah told us. Okay. So all right, you guys. So there it is. So no answers. And so what you learn is if you have a question, don't ask, because there is no answer. And not in Arabic, not in English, no matter what, there's no answer. This is the warta that Muslims are in because of Muhammad. So anyway, and the Quran says it 3 times that Allah prays. And so the only thing they can do is to change the meaning of the word. So, all right, you guys. Well, thank you for spending a few moments with us. And if you haven't done it, please do it now. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Yasur sa'idni. Yasur samahni. Yasur udkhul qalbi. We love you, but much more importantly, he loves you. So have a great night, and thanks for being with us.
If you have ever wondered why dull apologists lie so much, it's because on a rare occasion that they tell the truth, this happens.
One of the reasons I accepted Islam was the scientific miracles. I'll be honest with you. And now we know that this whole scientific miracles was absolute nonsense.
You're going to have to repeat that.
That the standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.